Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin, and welcome back to our X-Men series that we are trying to really catch up on. So we're just gonna get right into it. So we're on to X-Men's Origins Wolverine, the best movie of the franchise. It's not really. It's pretty bad, and it still sucks to this day. There's people that like this movie, and I don't know why. It's such a generic ass movie, and not only it's a generic ass movie, it's fair. It's shot terribly. It's filmed terribly. The special effects don't hold up at all. Even the acting is bad. Hugh Jackman, again, I will say, is the best part. He plays the character very well. Even he does feel wooden. Like the writing for this movie is awful. The first 5 minutes into this film, like you're not in for a good ride. When you have this kid, or young Wolverine, he's first learning about his claws, and he goes type of deal, and it's like little bone claws come out, and next, he kills his dad. I guess, yeah, I don't know what that subplot was all about. We'll never talk about or bring it up ever again. That's just something that just happened. Wolverine and Sabretooth, which, by the way, they're brothers. So it's kind of weird that that's never brought up in the first X-Men movie, and just whatever. But whatever. And so they run away, and so they live on for centuries. They go through World War I, World War II, Vietnam, the Cold War, all this. Which would have been a better film. I'm like, can we watch that movie? I rather watch that movie than this movie, because this is just a generic story that we already heard and we know the outcome. And so it's like, why are we being told this story? Because the story here is how it leads up to Wolverine losing his memory, and it's very well a very bad a very not done well. Not once in this movie I cared about the characters like I did in X-Men 2, or made me feel Wolverine's pain in in that movie than in here. Like, that movie did a great job making you feel for Wolverine and feeling for him his pain that he went through. Here it's just like, oh no, this random woman who I am in love with is dead, but not dead, because then the twist is she was actually working for um, um, why am I forgetting his name? Stryker. I don't know why I was blanking his name. Like, this movie is just bloated with the most, like, how many X-Men freaking cameos that we can have. We have Deadpool in the movie. We have Professor X, who makes an appearance towards the end. You have Cyclops, and you have Will.I.Am playing as this random dude, that can teleport. I believe Gypsy is not Gypsy, but Gambit is in the film, um, which is he's probably the best part of this movie. Like, he's the only one that has like a cool scene, and like the first time you see him, he has these cars, and cool fight scene with him and Wolverine. To be honest, probably the only best thing in this movie. Everything else is shit. It's the lamest backstory ever for a character, especially a character like Wolverine. You want to know how Wolverine got his name? It's from a story. It's from a story that his love interest, who was a spy, but then actually fell in love with him, which I guess it could have been an interesting story, but it was not executed very well. She tells him this story about like a Wolverine or whatever. Like, I don't fucking remember the name of the story, but there's a Wolverine. There's a Wolverine in the story, that's for sure, and that's how he gets his name. That's how he gets the name Wolverine. That's just not something that it's just. Okay, Wolverine gets his actual metal claws. They just look fucking terrible. And the whole entire scene, actually, where with him getting adamantium, if that's how you say it correctly, into his body, it's like it's not only it's shot terribly, it's trying to build up suspense that we get it. Like, can we get to the fucking point? It's like, oh, is he gonna make it? I don't know if he's gonna make it. It's like, random numbers say numbers this, blood pressure this, and next, Wolverine stops, and it's like and next his heartbeat stops and whatever, and next you can hear Stryker saying something off in the distance. I don't give a shit what you said. I honestly don't remember. and next, he busts out. He starts killing everyone. Like if you remember X-Men 2 with the scenes with the flashbacks, like there's blood everywhere. Like Wolverine is in pain. Not one time in this movie I cared about him because they don't try to make him feel empathy or pain or anything. The only empathy that you really feel for this guy is when he's completely naked in some guy's farm and he's naked. It's like, oh, just give the man the blanket. Come on. Yeah, old people die in this movie. This movie just didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be an X-Men movie. It didn't know if it wanted to be a love story. It did not know if it wanted to be a Bad Boys movie because there's a lot of scenes like this that it just feels like it's out Bad Boys and just like explosion in the background while our character walks off like, yeah, I'm a badass. And it's just I don't know what the fuck this movie was. I didn't like it. I still don't like it. And yeah, terrible. Also, terrible third act with Deadpool. They closed Deadpool's mouth because why have Deadpool? Why have the Deadpool in the movie if he can talk? Because that's not what makes him a fun character to have around. Yeah. When you have X-Men's Origins, Wolverine a D minus. There's one fight scene that's good in the film. That's with Gambit, and probably the best character to be honest, and best performance. Hugh Jackman's still good as Wolverine. He also tries to hold up the film and does the best with everything that he can with the material that he has. But overall, this movie is bad, and I'm sorry for anyone that likes this movie. That's cool. I don't get it personally, but this movie's really bad. And I'm glad that they tried to reset everything with Days of Future Past with this movie, mostly because of this movie. They wanted to forget about, and it sort of kind of gets rebooted in X-Men First Class, which is the next film I really like for X-Men First Class. So I can't wait to talk about that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.